CJ, how would you describe that result tonight? Is it a setback, or is it just another, as you talked about, that building, as we talked about last week?
Disappointing. That's what that was. That was, I thought, adding a piece to how our communication started in that game to giving up easy buckets in transition just means that you're just not quite locked in. Again, staying in the first quarter we were able to put points on the board, which that wasn't the issue. It was more of stopping and staying to our rules and what we planned to do.
So what happened there in that second quarter? Obviously, you scored the 14 points and Phoenix had the 26. You started really, really well. Obviously, Dejan, when he got his feet wet and hit those shots early on and really got the crowd going. What sort of changed in that second quarter in relation to what you came up against from Phoenix?
Well, I don't think they did much that you're going to see throughout the league. Like, they switched, contained the ball. I think our ball movement got less. We got stagnant a little bit. Defensively, there was a few more breakdowns. Again, our communication. I thought our body language showed that we were out of whack from time to time there. But yeah, I think we made strides. I'm not here changing subject, but from the preseason to up until this point, we were making pretty good gains. Into this game, it's a disappointing result, and the effort and the communication, the things that every team needs to put forward, our effort to get back to hustle and dig deep, to get over, to box out, to sprint a floor, to make the extra pass or play. I thought that left, the communication left, and everyone was a step too slow. I think as a group, and I don't know, you probably have to ask him, but I think everyone was just a little bit second-guessing themselves of, here's a new guy in the group, and not just that, but it was just, where are we going? What are we doing right now? So I felt that, and it was like, how do we get out of that rut? But we couldn't change that gear.
And for you, Mitch, obviously you now have the point guard position in this team right now and leading from the front. Could you see that out there on the floor, those things that CJ talked about, those breakdowns and that?
Yeah, I think it was really obvious. The ball got stagnant. As CJ said, we weren't moving at top speed. We weren't cutting. We weren't screening. We weren't. And I don't think it was guys trying to be lazy or anything like that. It was just that hesitation, for no reason. We have a game plan. We have a scout, and we didn't execute it. So we got beat.
DJ gave us a taste of what we can see from him and what we've seen from him at Sydney over the last 3 years. What did you make of his first performance at the club? He's only been here for 48 hours. What did you make of it?
No, I was happy that he came in. I mean, he's a threat. I thought his energy was good. His intent to be aggressive, turn the corner, make plays. Again, more time, settle in, the better he'll become.
And Mitch, what's it like playing with? I mean, you only had one game so far, but what was it like? What are you anticipating from DJ? Someone with limitless range and, I guess, the green light, and someone that you can sort of throw the ball to whenever you want?
Yeah, I mean, obviously tonight 10 3-point attempts. I'd expect that to stay right there probably for us. He needs to get them up, and if he's got space, let it go, and we're going to keep encouraging him to shoot those shots. So from our perspective, obviously, he's pretty good off the dribble as well, because guys have to hard close him out. So, we need him to be that scoring threat at all times, and we'll keep working to integrate him and everyone else playing around him as well. It's not all about just throw the ball to DJ and get everything done for us. It's about running our system, everyone being a threat, and DJ will help us.
And CJ, is the roster pretty much set now, do you think, or are you still looking at that third import?
Right now it's set. We've got another game. I don't see no one flying in here or playing in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we keep rolling and we keep digging deep, and we go back to the drawing board and prepare for Perth and playing at home in front of a big crowd. Again, it's a rivalry game, and we need to bounce back. I think the energy was down from our group. On the energy high from the crowd, and obviously let's set the tone.
The Sydney Kings were obviously pretty disappointed, and they expressed their disappointment about how the DJ stuff went down. From your perspective, or the club's perspective,
I've only got my perspective, and it's got the player. You had a chance to have him, you chose not to have him. He's moved on. Move on. If you wanted to do something more, look after the kid, talk to him, championship ceremony or whatever, you're playing for everybody. Everyone that's been a part of it, do your part. But that's on them. That's not on us or me. That's between DJ and the Sydney Kings. So.
Just following from me, CJ, what do you want to see for Adelaide against Perth on Saturday night? What's the number one thing that's going to be the biggest focus for the next 48 hours or so?
The DNA. Like, I think every player that's on this roster, their DNA to show forward. I think if they put that effort on the floor, that energy, that passion, and not let it waver. The mindset for the game is important, but their DNA on that floor for that game for 40 minutes is what I want to see.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go ahead, Joe. DJ, some talk of Daniel Johnson being brought back into the fold. Is there anything in that?
Not that I know of. I'll talk up the chain, but no, I haven't heard that.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Good.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.